Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to live Skittles once again here in beautiful South Oxfordshire. ABM Skittles Club at the Wallingford Sports Park. You join us for Alsorts against Lads Night Out. A very relaxed start to the game this evening. There's no game afterwards, so there's no rush to get started quickly. Alsorts have selected their team. Up first for them will be Simon, then Andy, Stephen, Gary, Mark and Rich. Lads Night Out have chosen Alex, Martin, Brett, Tom, Matt and Alan. Just a few formalities up at the business end. We'll be ready with the action shortly. Shout out to Jess and Clark. Evening. Good evening. Shout out to Steve from Phoenix, Arizona, who's joined us this evening. And just to let you know that Lads Night Out have a game sponsor this evening. We'd like to shout out to Nick Stavroulakis from Huntington Beach, California, who has sponsored the lads to their opening round of drinks. He knows well that Lads Night Out play a little bit better when it's all loose. So big thanks to Nick for supporting what we do, and I'm glad that you enjoy live Skittles. So cheers to you. Pins are being set this evening by Charlie. Thank you to Charlie for sticking up. Tail of the toss?
They called heads and won on heads. Which, yeah. I mean, I tend to do the coin flipping every week, so the destiny's not. I don't know. Is it in my hands or not?
Yes, it's 50-50. Funny enough, well, it should be. It should be, shouldn't it? So. It's Tuesday. I'll sit here. That's my coat. Alex there for the lads was up first. I think he rushed things. No balls in the box. Now a reminder that Alsorts are currently first in the league. They've taken a little lead. They're 3 points above Bestsellers in second, as we see Alex kick things off with a steady 2. First ball of the season for Alex there. Been a while since we've seen him in anger. Nice second ball. Looking good. Yes, great start from Alex. Lovely 7. Yes. So Alsorts a slim lead at the top of the table. Then it's still very, very tight. 49 points to Bestsellers in second, down to 41 points to the Maclean Smilers in 8th. Very tight indeed. Simon up now for the Alsorts. Alsorts actually suffered a 4-6 defeat last week. Still managed to cling on to the lead. They'll be wanting to punish Lads Night Out, and Simon manages to nullify Alex's excellent start there. All square after the opening salvos of the first leg. Lads Night Out won their last game 6-4 against the Nikkers. You'll have seen that last week, or we posted that up on YouTube yesterday, I believe. Up now for the lads is Martin. Bowling in number 2's position, left-hander. Just sailed through. That's a great second shot. What a response to the to going through the pack. Unfortunate split there. The clearance isn't on, but oh, that was very close. Another 7. 7 is the score du jour so far. Evening, Francois.
One ball half.
One ball half, yes. He only needs one ball. Now, it's quite cold temperature this evening. It's 3 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in imperial measurements, but it's nearly freezing. There's a lot of knitwear in evidence, more than usual, but it's quite warm in here. I don't know whether that will affect people's warm-up as we watch Andy now. Andy for Alsorts. Slow and steady. Not a classic angle here on the kingpin. Just the one. 5 scored for Andy there for Alsorts. So after 2 have thrown for both teams in this opening leg, Lads Night Out 14 pins, Alsorts 12. It's a very close game. Up next for the lads, it'll be Brett. Brett's very relaxed this evening. I think that's because of Nick's lubrication. Thank you again, Nick. Brett's already a good 2/3 down a glass of Madry, and I think he's feeling loose.
Changes to Grappa there, Simon.
It is. I don't know who's now sticking up. I don't know. It might be a dog walking scenario. I now don't know who's sticking up, so I can't thank them. Angry Brett now. What are we going to see? Brett has been trying out slow and steady, and he's been trying out sort of aggressive rage. Oh my word! Very aggressive rage. He's got a grin on his face, but not the score we would have wanted. 3. Hello, Amy. Good to see you again. I could have sworn we drove past you on the way in, Amy. Stephen up now for Alsorts. Now, Brett's 3 means that the Alsorts are 5 behind. It's not a bad opening ball from Stephen. Going to work that quarter pin on your right, viewer, I would imagine. Just missed it. Still got to be that quarter pin. Chance here for an 8. Safety shot for a 7. Oh, and he split the 2. So, 5 he scores. What a game. After halfway through the leg 1, after 3 have thrown for both teams, all square, 17 pins apiece. It's now down to the 3 anchor players from each team to bring it home. Tom now for the lads. fast player. Got a little bit of a 10-pin style to his leg action. I don't know if you could see that from your end of the alley. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's on for an 8 as well. Yes, beautiful. Great bowling. Francois says it's cold in Cheltenham. It's cold everywhere in the UK, I think. Snow on high ground, I believe is the phrase. It's wind chill of -1, I believe. But it's all right. The radiator is on full. Let's hang the expense. Gary up now for Alsorts, keeping the beanie on, probably wise, until he's fully warmed up. He doesn't want to expose the cranium. Oh, he's tickled the centre pin out. Always makes it slightly awkward because even a great hit on the king in this second ball, you're going to lose some opportunities for the Skittles to take others out. But we've got the one of the local darts clubs in this evening, so their musical taste is quite cheesy, so apologies for that. Solid 6 for Gary. So after 4 have thrown for both teams in this opening leg, slim lead still with the lads. 25 pins to the Alsorts 23. Up next, Captain Matt for Lads Night Out. He's got a confident stride. I notice he's wearing the suede bowling shoes this evening.
Has he come straight from work, do we think? I mean, he was in London yesterday, I believe. So, you know.
Surely not Brown in town. Not at this time of year. Sailed through there. He thinks we're mocking his bowling. We're not. We're mocking his sartorial style. A little 4, a little cheeky extra. Oh dear, nearly managed to get it an auto return into the ball box there, but he claims to be a bit tense. He scores a 4. So, Matt's 4 means that Mark needs 6 to bring things back level. Now, you'd expect Mark to be able to do that. Mark is riding fairly high up in the individual averages. He's 14th with an average of 29.2 per game, but he actually won last season's individual averages with much higher than that. Yeah, that's not the Mark of old that we would have expected. That's all right. 6 he needed, 6 he got. Now, what an interesting opening leg. After 5 have thrown for both teams. All equal. 29 pins apiece. It's down to the anchors. That'll be Alan for the lads. And Rich for the Alsorts. Rich riding high in 3rd on the averages with 31.8. Alan not doing too bad either, up at 7th with a 30.5. So you have to say it's a well-matched pair. Alan up first. He's shed his knitwear, obviously warmed up. Another left-hander. Sailed through. He needs to do what Martin for lads did, the old 1 ball huff. Yeah, that's better. Now, there's an angle on here. If he hits this king just right, there is a chance for a clearance. Oh, that was close. 6. He scores. Richard. Richard's looking like he's sporting his special Nike Skittling shoes. Obviously signed a new sponsorship deal with Nike for the winter season, has Rich. Oh, now he's got a similar lie to Alan in the opposite direction. A bit more difficult to cut this. What's he done? Oh, he's taken it by one. Alsorts take leg one by 1 pin, 36-35. First blood to them, 2 points to 0. A reminder, our league is all about points unless you're all tied, in which case there's a count back on pin score, but it's 2 points for a win, 1 point for a draw. Leg two.
What's that going to do to us?
Simon for Alsorts with the honour. He's rolling that skittle around the rear, didn't take it. Just nicked that one. He's got a cluster in the middle to work with. Good pile driver down the middle for a 6. 1 down from his opening score. Alex for lads. Up next, just shouting out to Francois on the live stream. You've got a home game tomorrow night. Good luck with that. As has already been mentioned in the chat, yes, home and away is all the same venue for us. One alley, one club. Away, as the lads are this evening, just means you sit along the tables on the side of the alley. The home team get the benefit of being a bit close to the radiator, which is important in the Winter League for people of our age. Oh, that's not a classic lie that Alex would want. Got to play some cut-back angle here. Oh, missed the ball. 4 scored. The sound you heard of coins of the realm dropping there, the lads operate a fine system. If you score below a 5, 40 pence is the fine. If you score a 0, it's a pound. Andy now for Alsorts, just nudged the king, which in turn nudged that back pin. A bit wayward there from Andy. I think he might have been a little bit overly worried about that first ball. Better. Yes, cheeky extra one there. 5 scored. So, after 2 have thrown for the Alsorts, they post 11. Lads, after 1, are on 4. Work for Martin to do. Now, of course, if Martin can come up with another 1 ball 7, got the second screen going.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, very wide.
Clark, you're quite right. More pennies in the pot. We're going for a curry in New Year, so it should be, judging by recent performance, it should be quite a sumptuous feast, courtesy of the fines tin. One ball Martin is required again. Can he do that magic of the single ball 7? No. No, just the 3.
Leg 2.
So after 2 have thrown for both teams in leg 2, Lads Night Out trail 7 pins to 11. A reminder, the Alsorts took leg 1 and are 2 points to the good. Stevens sailed that one through there. He's gone from, unlike some of his other teammates, he's gone for a more retro trainer. It's all right. Still got some angle here to work with. Got to be the quarter pin on your left, viewer. No, he missed it. Another 5.
You can see that all he needs to do is solidity.
His second consecutive 5, as was Andy's actually. Now, 16 pins after 3 for Alsorts. Lads are on 7 after 2. Brett needs to improve greatly on his opening 3. Will we now see Careful Brett or Violent Brett? That was Careful Brett and it didn't work. So now I think Violent Brett is coming out now. I get the feeling. No. Careful Brett. Will Violent Brett make a last ball appearance?
I think he decided last time that he didn't like it wholly, but it's about the levels of anger. He's held for a couple, 3, 4.
Power is nothing without control, as the old Audi advert used to go, or Beamer, or something.
All won there last time on Furious Brett was unfortunate to only take 3. On the last, that was leg 1. So it's a mixed bag, but the leg's looking difficult for the lads now. I have to feel, Simon. I don't know about you.
I think you're right. Gary next. Doesn't like it. Shake of the beanied head there. Still keeping it on. Probably wise, Gary. Yeah. For Alsorts. Second ball. Better. Nice. Oh! Got a bonus. You have to say it's an 8 on here. Lovely pace. Great aim. Has he got it? No. Got the goal. Very consistent scoring for the Alsorts. Simon a 7 and a 6, Andy a 5 and a 5, Stephen a 5 and a 5, Gary a 6 and a 6. You have to say, so far the lads, not 7 and a 4, 7 and a 3, 3 and a 4. Tom telling himself off for rushing up to the throw line there before the balls had made their way down the chute. Now, lads, 11 behind. Spare territory already. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, it's not going to get a spare out of this one, no. He wanted that one kept up, but there is a 9 here, but no. He won't be too happy with that lie, but yeah, always the risk with the goal posts available. Final ball for Tom. Oh, he tried to squeak it. So you have to say, it's looking tricky for the lads in leg 2. After 4 have thrown for both teams. Lads Night Out 17 pins, Alsorts 22. 5 the difference, and Mark with the honour.
I think me or Matt will need a spare to pull us into contention here. And
I think you're right. Although Mark has not been playing to his previous season form.
No, it has to be. He's been quieter on the alley this year so far. But you know, that's the way of Skittles, isn't it? So what's changed? Nothing. And yet
that left arm still very quiet.
Because he played all summer as well and was pretty damn good over the summer and all.
Perhaps it's seasonal affective disorder.
Just the 3.
Well, now then, 3 pins only down for Mark. Even he can't quite believe he's having to write that up on the board, let alone the faces on his teammates. Has that opened up a little chance?
Just opened up, and
8 behind. 8 behind. Matt 4 last time out. Very disappointed with himself. He's had a feel of the ball now. He's had the rub of the alley. What can he come up with? He looks warm.
Yeah, that was a shot of a man who's warm.
He's warm now. You have to say that's a good start. That's a good opener.
I mean,
There is a spare on, but let's not. Oh my word! I'd love to see that on the replay. Luckily, we've got a delayed replay. Let's see quite how whiskery it was. Oh, another one. Well played.
That was with an absolute whisker that second. You can watch it on the replay.
Hello, Nick, lads. One leg down, but we're now in the final plays of leg 2. It's all square again at 25 pins apiece. Up now for the Alsorts, it's Rich. Strong 7 in his first leg. Straight through. His shoe sponsor are not going to be happy if he misses this one. No. There's a reason why he's riding it at number 3 in the whole club averages. Has he got it? Yes, he has. When it mattered. Wow. 34. The leg 2 total for the Alsorts. Alan requires a 9. He needs to match Rich for the draw. If he can, by some miracle, pull out a spare against the run of his play lately, then goodness me, what a game we'll have. It's been very close. A reminder, the first leg was only lost by the lads by 1 pin. It's a good start. It's not an absolutely perfect lie for a spare, but it's not bad. No, he bottled it. He overthought it. Overthought it. Some light-hearted barracking from his team. Oh, 5. Slipped away from him. Alsorts take leg 2. 34-30, and more importantly for them, 4 points. Leg 3 is the beer leg. A reminder in our league, during the third leg, if you beat your opponent, they have to buy you a beer and vice versa. And just once again, the lads would like to thank tonight's team sponsor, Nick Stavroulakis from Huntington Beach in California, who bought the lads their first round. We'll try and claw one back for you, Nick. Alex, unlucky not to get that back pin, I think. That's better. Now he took it out the second time. Reminder, Alex came off a 7, very strong start, dropped to a 4. Is he going to better that? That's a lovely pace. Oh, another 7. That's the one. You always feel quite comfortable posting a 7 in your beer leg. I'm not sure I agree with the ABM Skittles Club coming in and saying that Alsorts are going to be good for being top of the league. I mean, anything might happen yet. Dave, I mean, ABM Skittles Club. Cheeky. Simon now for Alsorts. Little bit wayward, but I tell you what, it worked for him. Worked for him. Oh, that probably deserved the one more at least. Didn't have it. First blood to the lads on leg 3. Beer leg. Alex bounces back from a 4. Now, Alan for the lads just noticed a bit of a strange bobble on the ball. He's gone to He's gone to check there's no foreign debris on the alley. Appears to be fairly happy with that. Martin now for the lads. Like Alex, he had a terrible leg 2 with only a 3. Can he pull it back and match or better his first leg 7? Oh, that was unlucky. Now, as the left-hander, it's going to be more comfortable for him to go for that quarter pin on your right. Try and get the 3 down. He's gone for it, just missed. 5 scored. You have to say, laying down a 5 for your beer leg, you wouldn't normally feel too comfortable. Having said that, his opponent Andy has scored 5s all evening so far. Could this be our first rollover beer leg? He's rushed the alley.
Did you put, whose 5er is that here? If they had their change.
Martin put a 5er in. I put Harry.
Oh, okay.
Andy now for all sorts. Wayward throw. Yeah. Fell off the alley. Just needs to compose himself, not overthink it. It's better. Cheeky 3rd. Got plenty to work with here. A reminder, he just needs 2 more to roll over his beer leg. 3 or more and he'll take it. How's it looking? He's pulled it. Just a single. Only 4 scored. That's second blood to Lads Night Out. They've now taken both the available beer legs and, more importantly, a lead after 2 have thrown for both teams in leg 3. 12 pins to the lads, 10 to the Alsorts. A reminder, the Alsorts have started out very strongly, taking both legs 1 and 2, although leg 1 by only 1 pin, leg 2 by only 4 pins. It's not been a rout by any means, but Brett now. Story of improvement for Brett. Started out with a 3, then with 4 last time out. Thirsty boy feels aggrieved, and quite rightly. Now, just treat one of these quarter pins as a mini king, Brett. That's better. Oh, goodness me. Oh, dearie me. Poor Brett. You have to say, Stephen, marching up here, a modest man, of course, but you'd have to say he's probably feeling fairly comfortable at stealing a beer here. However, anything can and often does happen at the alley, and we have seen all 3 sail through before on the beer leg, but not this evening. There he goes. The beer's in. He can relax now and enjoy his second throw. Lovely, lovely. Consummate team player. He's got his beer leg, but he's thinking about the team and getting the points, clawing back the points. Yeah, leader's gone. Can he maximise it? It's not bad. Oh! Just going to look at the action replay. How close was that? Goodness me. About 1/8 of a ball width away. Clark's posting football scores in the Skittles stream. I think that might be a yellow card. Clark's putting football scores in the Skittles stream. Clark, stop it. It's a yellow card. Oh! Gosh. Now, good 3 from Tom, but he's ploughed the centre. What is he going to do now? No. No. Bit of gamesmanship from Lazar, trying to trick the sticker upper there into thinking it was a genuine result. That's better, but he'll be disappointed he didn't do that on the other side. So, after 4 have thrown for the lads, 19 pins. After 3 have thrown for the Alsorts, 16. Alsorts, of course, a reminder, if you've just joined us, taken the first 2 legs. So they're 4 points to 0. Gary now. Only needs 4 pins to retake the lead. Been very consistent tonight with 2 6s.
I think he's had 1 or 2 do that, and it's not phased him. So.
No. Although this might, it looks like the balls were rolled slowly down the chute, and he's now got nothing to choose from. There they come.
Give him a bit of belly, kids. So I'll go and tell him. I might give him a little.
Balls first with feeling. Oh my goodness, now. Did he let that delay with the balls get to him? Skittles is such a psychological game. But, you know, Gary, he's been here before. He should be able to handle that sort of pressure. It's a little bit wayward. Oh my goodness! Wow. Completely against the run of play. A 0. So after 4 have thrown for both teams, Lads Night Out have posted a 3-pin lead out of nowhere, seemingly. Matt up next, the captain of Lads. Big run up. A lot of power again, but just not connecting.
It's 4 nothings in a row here. Becomes a bad habit, doesn't it?
That's better. Oh, just missed the cheeky rear. That's all right. 6 he'll take. It's been a little bit up and down. He's scored a 4, an 8, and now a 6. It's his average score for the evening is 6, so on par for Matt. Mark, definitely below par with a 6 and then a 3. He also needs to post a 7, which would be his highest score of the evening, to take the beer. It's all right. 3 per ball is the par. That's because people don't know where the switch is, so they switch the fan off. Oh dear.
Shall we have a look at it? I might have a quick look.
Dear. Well, only 4. So, after 5 have thrown for both teams, the lads have turned around. They now have a 5-pin lead, 25 to 20. Mark, ever the professional, straight over to offer the beer to Matt. Alan has a 5-pin lead to develop. Scored a 6 with his opening leg and then a 5. He'll want to bounce back up to... and he has done. 6 with 1. Alan's been doing well. He's 7th in the averages so far for the club at 30.57 per game average. This is a bit more like it. The 9's still on. Yeah. Called an 8 out. Well done, sir. Jess, I'm sorry about the portrait, but it's on my phone. I did try doing it landscape, but it meant that you couldn't see some of the beautiful arm and leg work up at the bowling end. I might try and experiment with a landscape angle next time round, but Rich now, not the start he would have wanted. No. The leg's gone, but there's still a chance here for him to take a beer steal. Not quite. Close to 7. He's still having a cracking game. 7, a 9, and a 7. But the lads pull one back. They've come good in the beer leg. Cheers to Nick, who obviously started everyone off just preloading nicely. They've come good now. The alcohol to skill quotient.
The first one is so important.
It is the first one. Lads night out. Take leg 3. 33 to 27. Alsorts still lead 4 points to 2. Leg 4, Simon for the Alsorts with the honour. The pile driver through the middle. That's about the best you can get. He needs to do exactly the same now, just on the opposite side of the alley. Pulled it. Always the risk with those. Most skittlers have a preferred side, and they're going to be weaker with the other one, and they'll obviously go for their preferred side first, which means that when you're left with these tricky lies, it's usually going to be on the weaker side. No, Jess, it's not your LG Chromecast. It's because I'm actually filming in portrait using my phone. Just sit a bit closer. It'll fill the screen. If you go about 2 inches away.
Spread the crisps out.
That was a nice, gentle little throw by Alex. Alex has dropped the knitwear now. Everything's getting quite warm in the alley. Now, the shot is the quarter pin on your right, viewer. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Oh, unlucky not to push another one out. Great 7 from Alex. Alex and Simon at the openers are having a great tussle. Simon has posted a 7, 2 6s and a 5. Alex a 7, a 4 and 2 7s. It's a good close competition. They both set things up nicely for their team.
Well, normally, of course, Simon, you're leading us out, aren't you? And we've
I wouldn't be this good
sometimes to fill that slot. And today, I think Mr. Slazak's first appearance of the season. Let's note that
he needs to make himself more available.
Ready-made replacement, I reckon.
Suits me. It's less embarrassing. Andy now. For Alsorts. Good opener. Just whistled. Final delivery. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Picked it up nicely.
He did pick it up nicely. That's his highest score of the evening. That's the time to bring it in when you're behind. So after 2 have thrown for the Alsorts in leg 4, 11 pins. After 1 for Lads Night Out, 7. Martin's had a bit of an up and a down evening with a 7, then a 3, then a 5. Hopefully he's back on the ascendancy. Yes, he's done the magic shot and just knocked the back pin out. That's better. Now you have to say the maximum he can expect here is a 7, but he would like to get that 7 and regain some of that first leg glory. Goes across. That is unlucky. He's continuing his improvement back towards the opener. So after 2 have thrown for both teams, Lads Night Out, a slim lead, 13 pins to 11. A reminder, the game stands so far at 4 points to the Alsorts, 2 to the Lads. Lads can win leg 4, all square and into a deciding final leg.
It's early days.
It is early days for that, but Stephen now up for the Alsorts. Started off his campaign with a couple of 5s, putting a good 6 in the beer leg. And he started. But in Ah, it's unlucky. There's a reasonable lie here for him. Oh, whistle through the gap.
The tunes from the dartists.
I've already apologised for the tunes.
Absolutely dreadful, aren't they? I can hardly. I wish I'd brought some earplugs, to be honest. It's just horrendous.
I have already apologised to those watching live, and I'll apologise for those who are watching in catch up when I post this to YouTube.
This isn't what you get at Ali Pally over Christmas for the darts, is it? This sort of muck.
Brett up now for the lads. Now Brett has had a bit of a shocker, a 3, a 4, and then a 2 in the beer leg. Is it time for him to bounce back now? This is looking better. There we go. Now, still plenty here. Just needs that perfect angle. Can he just connect? That's looking good. Oh! Deserve perhaps one more. But he'll take that 5. It's his highest score of the evening. Great time to do it. After 3 have played for both teams. Lads Night Out, 18. Alsorts, 15. Lads seeking to tie things up by taking leg 4. Gary, though, Alsorts, still resolutely attached to that beanie, does not want to let them have it. Opens with 3. Angles off the kingpin here. Didn't want it. He's got another chance. Still options here for a 7 maybe. Has he connected? Oh, it's a 6. Mr. Consistent, well, apart from that horrendous 0, but we'll call that an anomaly because otherwise he scored 6s. So Gary's 6 means that Alsorts are on 21 pins.
Drink, chaps. What's Nick having?
Have a gold, please.
Yes, please. Gold, yeah.
Okay.
Tom needs to score 4 for the lead, and he takes it with 1 ball. That's the lead. Everything else now is grave, and it was a beautiful delivery. Oh, shame it didn't roll through. What's he done? Yes! Wow, what a time to slam in a clearance. After 4 have thrown for both teams in leg 4, Lads Night Out 27, Alsorts 21, 6-pin lead as we go into the final 2. A reminder, Alsorts won the first 2 legs, Lads came back in, took the beer leg 3.
Scores in him, that's the thing, he's got massive scores in him last season. And one of those that put the pressure back on us.
He just hasn't looked like producing it though tonight. On the last couple of games I've watched him, he just hasn't been able to refine that magical form from last season.
We've got our little Welsh mascots just turned up, Simon. I'd not seen that. The tiny little Welsh, whatever their equivalent of a leprechaun is, has just appeared. Andrew Hayes. That's nice, isn't it?
I recognise that cardigan anywhere. 5 only for Mark. He hasn't managed to advance Alsorts. They're still 1 pin behind. Basically, anything that Matt scores is the lead. And that's what you want. That's what you want. Smash down to 6.
I mean, it's not a spare chance, is it? I mean, so the maximum he can hope for is a 9, and a 9 is not easy with these. I mean, he's scaring the sticker uppers with his work here.
It's quite a powerful deliverer. There's a lot of...
And another goal.
he's a quiet and meek man, and yet you have the feeling that if you just got on the wrong side, he'd snap your neck. He'd snap your neck with his bare hand.
Like a twig, Simon.
6 from Matt. After 5 have thrown for both teams in leg 4, Lads Night Out 33, Alsorts 26. What can the anchors do? Rich now up for Alsorts. It's not the first ball he would have wanted. However, a reminder, he's been playing magnificently, posting a 7, a 9 and a 7. Oh my word! What a time to just lose your form. He's got to throw a massive third ball. Oh, it was pretty good. It was so close to being a 7, but it's a 6.
The leg is gone. 3 go.
The leg has gone. All sorts are on finish on 32. Lads are already on 33. The game is tied, but Alan still has to throw. And now, of course, the points are in the bag, but he wants to think about his personal averages. Started off with a 6, dropped to a 5, smashed in a lovely 8 in his beer leg. He'll be looking for another 8 or more. Oh, unfortunate. Still got a couple of angles, but it's not great. Got to work that centre pin, I would have thought. Yeah, he tried it but missed. Is he going to swap sides on the alley? I think he might be. Slightly uncomfortable for the left-hander. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's stumped up a fine there with that 4. We'll just hear it go in. Let's have a. There it goes.
Change. I'll leave 10 in.
However, the lads take leg 4, 37 pins to 32. The game is all square. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry.
It's us to go first, isn't it?
Back up. All of them. He shouldn't have gone. Reset. Take that. Ball. Yeah. Unfortunately,
They were straight up there.
Unfortunately. Thank you. Now, this is who should have been going. Alex for the lads. Great first shot. Little pickup. Now, quarter pin on bowler's left, viewer's right. Yes. Just a little wide and found the gap. That's unfortunate. It would have been nice to finish with a 6. Alex posts a lovely 30. The par skittling score, really. Simon just double checking that it's his go. He was so keen. It's a great head-to-head between these two. He has. No, now then. The spare's gone, but there's still a clearance on here. What a way to finish. Does he need it? Has he got it? He just has the pin. Finishes on a 7 as he started. What a great tussle between the number ones. Simon just takes it 31 to Alex's 30, but I tell you what, they've both done their teams proud. Martin's rushed that. He's having to do a $6 million man slow-mo there to just. He's ready though.
Delving into the box of dreams.
He's ready though. Yeah, that's okay. 3 for ball. Martin, I remember, started off with a lovely 7, and then he's dropped to a 3, and then it's been a story of pickups as 5 and then 6. So he'd love to finish with a 7 or more. Just changing his position on the alley there. Yeah, I don't think he should have done that. Most skittlers, whenever they suddenly change their mind, it normally puts a bit of doubt. Better. Just escaped the fine. It's a shame not to finish on a 6, but he also has posted a 5. So, after 2 have thrown in this final and deciding leg for the lads, 10. Alsorts, after 1, have thrown 7. Andy here needs 3 only to tie things up. 4 or more is the lead. Oh, that was harsh.
That's only 2 for that season. Very harsh. They just got to shame the other ones. There's not that much fucking room down there, is it? A little bit of a double. Wobbly.
Kind of wobbled down the alley there. Don't know whether he's just left the hand wrongly, and some of the balls do have knots in. This time of the season, halfway through, they're starting to get a little bit worn. That's all right. Good pickup. Lovely pickup there for a 6. Good way to finish, Andy. 5, 5, 4, and then 2 6s. Well played. Post to 26 after 2 have thrown then for both teams in this final leg. Alsorts 13, lads 10. It's a 3-pin game. A reminder, it's all tied at 4 points apiece. 2 legs won for both teams. Brett now. Remember, started off with a 3 and a 4, then dropped to a 2, posted a nice 5 in the last leg. He's going to try and remain fine-free in this one. It's not the start he would have wanted, but it's not disastrous. That's all right. Nice little adjustment. Now, there's an 8 on here if the angle's just right. I think Brett will be happy just to get maybe a 2. I tell you what, not bad. Finishes with a fine free 5. The 3rd consecutive 5 score from the lads in this final leg, which puts them on 15 pins as they complete the first half. A reminder, the Alsorts are on 13, with Stephen in at number 3 to throw. Only needs 2 to tie things up. I think now Stephen has been a 5, a 5, a 6, dropped away to a 4 in his last leg, but is that 4 preying on his mind, do we think? Because
I mean, he's had the odd wayward one, but he tends to recover, I've got to say, Simon. I think that's what's happened, patterning, but this time, not so much. Still got a shot.
he has, but I tell you...
Only needs 2 for parity. Any more than 2 is a win from their point of view, I think.
People think I joke when I say Skittles is such a psychological game. Such a psychological game.
I'm going to clear some empties away and we can all just
If you
contemplate what just happened.
If you said to Stephen, I'll give you 100 quid if you missed them all, he wouldn't be able to do it. But look what's happened. So, after 3 have thrown, we're halfway through the final and deciding leg. Lads Night Out steal a little bit of a lead. 15 pins to the Alsorts, 13. Up next, it's Tom. 8, 6, 5 and a brilliant 9, his last one. Finds the kingpin, gets a very mean 3 for that. Hello, Bonnie! Bonnie's getting the beers in.
They were just asking why they'd not had a shout out at the bar because they've commented on the stream, apparently.
Shout out to the bar, I've just noticed it. Bonnie doing a sterling work there, because it has to be said, when Lads Night Out play, there's a lot of work for the bar staff to do. They're all waving. Tom, post to 4. And still with that 4, he finishes on 32. Gary up next. 6-6, a 0 and a 6. It's all right. Got some angles to work with on your left, viewer. Oh dear. The open goal was too tempting. Now he's kept his beanie on. I wonder if he's overheated a little. Oh, now has he got this? Oh my goodness! It posts a 3.
An escape in this leg, it feels like to me. So
Well, let's not count any chickens. So, after 4 have thrown for both teams, Alsorts are 16, Lads Not Out 19. A 3-pin lead out of nowhere, it has to be said. Matt up next, the captain. Oof, blimey! The power of that almost damaged the boards at the side of the alley. Damages must be paid for. Oh, he was a 7 or 8 would put a lot of pressure on. Now, Matt just needs to control that power. Control the power. It's bad he's done it. That's amazing! That's amazing! Goodness me! Wow. The lads seem very highly motivated. As Mark, who we have to say has had a very up and down evening with a 6, a 3, a 4 and a 5, well against his usual part, has to work hard here. It's not a bad start, and the lie isn't bad for you. It's a very outside chance.
I mean, it'd be
of a
a
9.
magic shot.
Now there's still a 9 on. No. So, Mark's 5 puts the Alsorts onto 21 pins after 5 have thrown. The lads are on 28. Alan takes a 7-pin lead into his final throw. Now, you have to remember that Rich, the anchor for Alsorts, is very, very capable of a spare. The lads not out. As one, take an intake of breath and an ooh from the squad. Oh, another one. Now then, Alan really does need to get a plumb hit on the king here. No. Only a 4, but you have to say it might be enough. Alan's 4, his second consecutive fine, takes the lads' total for this final deciding leg to 32 pins. A reminder that the Alsorts are on 21. Spare required from Rich. I think it's all over. It is now. What a game. No, overthought it. Rich couldn't pull it off. He scores for him a lowly 4. Lads take the final leg, 32 pins to 25, and more importantly, they take 6 points from the game. Alsorts will be happy to get 4, but it does mean that they're a little bit vulnerable for their top slot. All depends on what the other games go like this week. That was a good comeback. Yeah, we agree. Thank you, Clark. Well done to the lads. Once again, a big shout out and thanks to tonight's Lads Night Out team sponsor, Nick Stavroulakis from Huntington Beach, California, who sponsored the lads and bought the first round of the evening. Nick, you did it. This one was for you. We hope you enjoyed the live Skittles. Join us again next time, and just for now, we'll leave you with the ambience of the club.